Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about everything you could do to make your delay run just like every other pro. Now if you want your game to be running just like this guy's right here, absolutely no delay, good FPS, low ping, and make sure you watch absolutely every tip that I have for today's video. Anyways, let's get right into the video. Starting off at number one, we have some of the most obvious, and that would be Fortnite settings. So most pros are on performance mode. You won't find barely any. Actually, I don't think there is any that play anything else but performance mode, except for, I think, I could be wrong, but I think Day might play a different graphic settings, if you know who Day is. But anyways, everything on low. None of this matters. View distance doesn't matter. If you have this on low, it doesn't change how far away you can see people. Just loot on the ground. And I know some people think it changes how far we can see builds. I'm not positive that's true, but this on low is definitely the best option. Next, go over here, all the way down. You want only settings in here that you want 1000% off are these two here. Record replays. I know a lot of people say, oh, you gotta have these off for low delay. Personally, I don't see much of a delay difference when I have it on or off, except for high quality replays you don't want on, and then the video highlights, make sure you have these off if you have a NVIDIA graphics card. Other than that, that is pretty much it for in-game actual like Fortnite settings. There's really not much to it. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the Fortnite launcher. So just close the game. It'll take you to your little home page here if you're on the PC, and open up Epic Games launcher. Quick, easy to do. Takes 2 seconds. Go to library, and then in here you'll find Fortnite. Click this. Options. Make sure your game looks just like this. Now, direct 12 shaders, having this checked off or unchecked doesn't really matter. It doesn't change anything at all for delay. So just make sure you don't have high resolution textures on, and make sure you have pre-downloaded stream assets checked off. Click apply. It'll do a quick little update. It takes about 2 seconds and you're set. Next, I recommend, if you're having any FPS stutters or any problems like that, verify your files. Now these are quick, easy little steps you can do to make your game run a little better. Now let's get into the more advanced, a little bit more difficult steps to follow. That brings us into PC settings. I know a lot of you guys say something about my email up here. I personally don't care if you see my email, or nor do I care if you see my name. It doesn't bother me that much, but thank you to everybody that said something about it. Appreciate you for looking out. But anyways, taskbar settings, task view off, widgets off. First things that you 100% need to do to get to taskbar settings, all you do is click this and click taskbar settings. Just right click the bar down here and turn these off. 1000% need to have off. Next, a huge one, which I'll explain in a minute, is startup apps. Make sure you only have what you need on startup, right? I just turned Spotify off, don't need it. That's a big one, and I'll actually explain that right now. So a lot of you guys don't even know what causes your delay. You think it's just your PC's specs, everything like that, and that's not necessarily the case. What it is this down here. How many processes you have running is a huge play into why you have bad delay. Now, every process is something opened in the background. So let's put it this way. If I open up my Google Chrome, right, just open it, let me even minimize that. My thing jumped to almost 180 processes, right? And when I close it, it's gonna go right back down, 166. So whatever you have open will change that number. So the more stuff you can close, the better. Close this, close settings. And the more stuff you can close, the lower number you can get, the better. And I'll go over quite a few ways for you to get that to be as low as possible. One of the biggest ways to get that as low as possible is actually closing apps over here. Now, you might not see the apps open on your taskbar, but on the right side, they are still open. So NVIDIA, you can close. Epic Games Launcher, you can close. And if you're not, even if you're not using Discord, you can close that, and your processes will drop a lot. I just went down a little over 10 processes just by closing those few things, and I'm at 151. Now, the lower you get this, the better, as I just said. So we're going to try and get that even lower. Now, that is about as low as I'm possibly going to get it. Now, that's probably lower than yours is if you're watching this video. Yours is probably looking at upwards of 200. And I'm going to explain how we can change that right now. But first, let's go back into our PC settings and finish this up. So next, you want to make sure you have notifications off. You don't want your PC getting ran through with notifications. Nobody likes that. It'll actually slow your PC down quite a bit. So make sure you have notifications turned off, and that is good. Notifications, don't want it. Game bar, have this off. Don't want your controller turning it on. And PC game, turning things off in the background. You can have this on if you would like. It's just game mode optimizes your PC for play by turning things off in the background. Now, personally, this doesn't really do too much on or off. I recommend just leaving it on because it doesn't change anything. It won't hurt having it on. Next, a big one, make sure your PC is always always up to date, no matter what. I don't care what no other YouTuber says. Your PC needs to be up to date, as well as your graphics card. If you have NVIDIA, even if you don't have NVIDIA, make sure your drivers are always up to date. Now, mine are up to date. The release was 04 to 09 right now, so make sure yours is always up to date. There is no driver that is going to make your game run better, and I don't care, you can't convince me, no drivers can make your game run better than the current one that's out right now. So just make sure you're always on the current driver. They update it for a reason, and it will just make your PC run better, FPS and everything wise. It'll run faster, all kinds of stuff. So just make sure this is always up to date. Next, we're gonna go ahead and move on to some other settings. Next, I'd like to talk about a big one. Now, this is a huge one. Not only is it huge for how your game is gonna play, but also it's huge because I'm giving away memberships to everybody that downloads this and shows proof in my Discord, linked in the description. Now, what this is Gear Up Booster. I'm sure you've heard about it a lot. A lot of people have talked about it. It's pretty popular now. You could boost absolutely any game you'd like for free with the link in the description. Just click download, sign up. Boom, you get to boost in your games, run better ping. That also just recently dropped a packet loss feature, meaning your packet loss is going to be way less than it is if you have any. So packet loss basically is your Wi-Fi messing up. It's causing you to be slower, everything like that. And this has an anti-packet loss feature, meaning it will get rid of your packet loss completely, flatten it out, make your game run better. So I highly recommend this. And I'm giving away memberships to every single one of you guys that downloads this and shows proof in my Discord or DMs me with proof. Now, anyways, let me know what you think about Gear Up Booster and how it helped your ping, and let's move on to the next settings. Now that we have my Discord open, my Cord, link in the description, you can join this. I have 3,296 members. We're so close to that 3,300 goal. And in here, I have something called YouTube stuff. It's right here underneath tweaks. And if you can't find it, go in here, type this, hashtag YouTube stuff, click enter, and then click that. It'll take you right to it if you can't find it on the left side. Now in here we have everything you'll need that I talk about, and what we're about to talk about right now is actually this right here. Copy this tweak command, and what this does, and this will lower your processes by so much. Go to terminal admin or PowerShell admin, whatever yours says. Windows 11, Windows 10, it's different. Paste that in there, click enter, give it a second. Bam, here we are. Click tweaks at the very top. Click standard. Now they have updated this from every other video, so I'm going over this again. It looks completely different. Now on the right side, you could turn off your essentials, which is mouse acceleration. You don't want that. Snap asset, whatever these are, you could leave those, doesn't matter. Dark theme on. Bing search and start menu off. Number lock on start off. This off. Show file extensions off, don't need it. Taskbar widgets off. Sticky keys off. Mouse acceleration off. Now a lot of the settings I go over in your PC, this right here will just turn off for you. So what this does is, first of all, it turns it all off. Second of all, it creates a restore point, deletes temporary files, deletes a lot of like random things you have in your computer that you don't use, and it's very good, and I highly recommend. And this will clean out your PC a lot and make it just run overall better. Now I recommend doing this at least once every 3 months, just redoing it, because your computer will turn some settings on by itself, and it's really annoying that Windows does that. So once every like 3 months, I recommend doing it, but that should be it. You don't have to do it every time you launch your PC, and you only have to do it once. And once you've done all this, you click run tweaks, and in the background over here, it will run all the tweaks, and it'll say tweaks are finished. Now once the tweaks are finished, open up your task manager, and your task manager, go to performance, click CPU, and you'll see your processes have dropped by a lot. Now that will bring your processes down so much. Now everybody I've helped out, I brought their processes, I cannot say that word, from 230 to roughly 90 to 100. Like, it drops a lot. I could drop it down 100 with that. So it's highly recommended. Highly think you should do it. Next, we're going to move on to some NVIDIA settings. Arching grow in the NVIDIA control panel. I talked about NVIDIA Profile Inspector the other day, but I recommend the control panel. I feel like it's just easier and overall just better for me because I do have a higher end PC. Even on a lower end PC, this works just fine for you. Now, all these should be off at the very top, down. Low latency mode should be on, not ultra, and then off. Prefer performance. NVIDIA, I choose on my graphics card, prefer performance. Application controlled, driver default on, allow high performance, on, auto, off, one, off, auto. That is the exact settings that you should have. Next, surround sound, put this on your graphics card so it doesn't automatically click your CPU and cause delay in Fortnite. Next, go to full screen, GPU if you play, whatever. I just got off stretch res, so mine's still like this, but this is just fine. Full screen, performance scaling on a GPU. Make sure your 3D settings look like this. Up here, use advanced 3D image settings, and also make sure that this is dragged to performance. To do that, you have to, click this bottom option, drag it all the way to performance, just like that, and then click the middle option, and then click apply. Boom, you're set. Now that is the NVIDIA control panel settings. Really quick and easy to do. You could pause it at any time if I went a little too quick, and pause if I went a little too fast, and you're good. So just pause it there, check what you need to do, and you are set. And talk about what you could actually do in Chrome. Now I use Chrome. I personally think it's the best that you can use. And click these three dots up here and go into settings, go all the way down to system, and graphic acceleration. When available, make sure that this is off. Now we're going to do the same thing for Discord. Go in here, click settings, go all the way down to advanced. Hardware acceleration off. You don't want these on. Easy, quick, and done. So we're going to talk about adjust the appearance. Click custom, uncheck everything that is checked off, and only have show thumbnails instead of icons. Smooth edges of screen fonts checked. We're good and okay. Now that's all set up. Next, this is a huge one for FPS. I want to talk about enabling XMP. Now what enabling XMP does, it actually overclocks technically your RAM. Now your RAM, when you buy it, it comes at a certain speed that you pay for, and sometimes your PC just doesn't run that speed, and that is very unfortunate. So the way to turn this on is you actually load into your BIOS. It's different for everybody, so I recommend looking up a video. For me, I just spam F2 while restarting my PC, and it will bring me right into it, and it's quick and easy to do. And you find something that's XMP, something like that, and you enable it. Now what XMP does, it actually brings your RAM to the actual speed, because when you buy it and use it, sometimes your computer will half it instead of it just running at its actual speed, and I just don't know why it does that. It's kind of dumb, I think. But yes, you want to put that on its full speed, and that will actually help your delay and your FPS so much. Now that is a huge one, probably one of the biggest things you could do for FPS and delay. If you're a little confused on how to enable your XMP, just figure out what motherboard you have and just look up a video of how to enable XMP with whatever motherboard you have, and you should be set, and it should find a video quick and easy, and you should be good. Now everything I've covered today in today's video actually works on everything, even low-end laptops and low-end desktops, so highly recommend you do everything here. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you did like the video, make sure you like, subscribe, share it to a friend that needs help. And let's try to hit a goal of 300 likes on this video. It would actually mean a lot to me. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video.